Hey guys, welcome back. All right, it has been a long time, and I'm like, I need to put up some updates for something. I've been super busy. We moved. You can see I'm in this weird garage. It's not my normal workshop that you may be used to seeing. Trying to get this set up as a workspace, but I've had actually a ton of work where I haven't been home, so I haven't had much time to work on it. But I'm constantly doing little things, so I've been working on my RA-7 Droid for a very long time, on and off, constantly making little improvements and updating things. Probably like my third iteration of this helmet now, and everything's getting updated. The legs, which are just about printable right now, I'm not quite perfect with. I'm not quite happy with. Not happy with them. They're actually pretty awesome. If I print them right now, they would look fine, but there's little niddly things that I want to take care of. But since, I don't know, for a few years, the legs that I've been using with my Droid have been fiberglass legs that I used a set of C3PO legs and modded them to be RA-7 legs. So I took off all the piping detail, I changed the knee shape so it didn't have those little teeth, and then the sides, I just have the discs. I don't have those like those little things with the rings on them on the sides of the knees. It's like a different leg. So even though, you know, if you've seen one that has C3PO legs, it's not right. So this is kind of what RA-7 legs look like. And this was kind of a quick version, just that was passable. It's much more accurate than having C3PO legs, but you know, I could improve this. So since I was not ready with my 3D print yet, I really wanted to look at the knees, but I don't want to print the whole piece. So I was like, maybe what I could do is print just the knees and then cut the knees off of these fiberglass ones and put 3D printed knees on this part. So I started printing the knee parts. Let me grab one here. And it's kind of like this. There's a fresh print. I haven't done any fresh print of Bel Air. Oh God, sorry guys. Printed the knee. You can see the detail is like much more detailed here compared to what's on here now. I've got all the little grooves and stuff that weren't really there on the 3D, on the 3PO parts that I was using. And this prints in a few pieces. So those little rings that go around the side here, there's one on there already. It goes on here like this. So the ring goes here. This knee piece actually didn't finish all the way. It got everything it needed, but the very top part got cut off because I had a collision on the printer and the part broke free, so it missed this top piece. Doesn't really matter because this covers it. So the other knee came out great. I'll show you that in a second. But this little piece goes over this, if I can get it on there. Yeah, there we go. So that'll go on the outside. And then we've got the little cap that goes on the knee, and that sits inside here like this. And there's a couple reasons for printing it in pieces like this. One is that when you print, especially like these rings that are constantly turning like this, you get the print lines will actually, you know, go with the flow of the part, which I think looks better. It gives it more of a machine look. So even if you don't get a perfect cleanup, the ring lines are going in the movement direction. Same with the sides here, where it will look like more like a machined piece instead of having a bunch of horizontal lines across. You do get some horizontal lines here, which is like, the light is right above me, so it really shows them off, but they're not that bad. I'll show you the other knee. They cleaned up in about 3 minutes. I was able to clean them up. So anyway, that's how they go together. And now obviously when it's the full leg, this is going to have the calf off of the bottom here, the shin I should say. Put this down. I'll grab this one. This one doesn't have those things on the sides. Let's stick one of these on here. So there it is, attached to the leg. I've just stuck it on with some epoxy for right now and kind of roughly sculpted the shape in to blend it in like it looks on the real suit. On the back, it's going to be fiberglassed in, so it'll be really sturdy. But anyway, that's kind of how it's going to look. Now, another thing too with printing it in these different pieces is that when I set up the actual 3D version of this, it'll print vertically like this. I'm just going to make a little extension that comes down. It won't need any support material. It'll just print that little thing, loop, and then print the whole calf area. I might even attach the shin and the calf together with like a thin layer, so you just print the whole thing in one shot, and then you just trim it apart, so you don't have to like fits with it too much. It's just make it a little easier. But anyway, there's that. So these should be done, I don't know, sometime this week. I've been working on them in like, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there kind of thing. You get a printer right now running some pieces. And that's gonna be pretty cool. And another thing that I've worked on a little bit, and now this is something I started 4 years ago, mind you, and I don't have a lot of time to experiment, and experimenting with this stuff is actually pretty expensive because you're constantly testing materials. Materials are not cheap, but C-3PO shorts, now obviously the color is sort of weird, but they're going to get painted. But these are the flexible shorts, and you can see they hold their shape really well. They're not too rubbery, but they have some flex to them, a little bendy, but they're stiff enough that they should hold paint pretty well, but they do have that little bit of flexibility to them, which is what I've been going for. So once I get these nailed down, I got to try one more pair because the layup in here was not quite as even as I would like. I was trying an experiment with some fabric on the inside, and I kind of messed it up. These are still usable, but I'm going to do the next pair a little bit better. But I think I'm getting close on these finally. So look at that, nice flex, pretty similar to the movie suits. Like they're even the actual inside of a lot of the movie costume parts is a similar color. It's a little bit more amber than this, but it's pretty close. So that's that. Another update, and then yeah, and I'm gonna try to get back and make more videos more regularly because the more I get out of the habit of doing it, the less I think about doing it. I used to just get video of everything and I haven't really done it that much lately. I have been videotaping what I've been doing in the house, which like updates in here. Again, I think I said in the last video, I'm going to post a walkthrough of the whole house. I have to edit a couple clips together. And you can see this whole place before we did anything to it, like empty. You can see the whole house. Right now it's like crazy mess in here, stuff everywhere, droid parts all over the place. But I have been taking video of all of the mods that we're doing in the house. I'm tearing out the kitchen, putting a new kitchen, torn out all the carpets. I'll be doing the floors, painted the walls, done a bunch of stuff because I had this weird stucco on the walls. I had to get rid of that. Took the popcorn off the ceilings. Gonna be redoing 3 bathrooms, everything. So it's a lot of work, but I'll be documenting it. So that'll be here, but I'll also still be doing droid updates as well. And hopefully I'll be able to talk about some stuff we're working on outside of this stuff soon. I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, but recently one of the things that came out now that I can talk about is the Ozzy Osbourne video, patient number 9, that I got to be the bat creature in that video, and that was a freaking really surreal day. Pretty crazy. And I figured if I gave myself a couple months to digest it, kind of like process the whole thing, I'd be able to talk about it in a little bit of a smarter way than I am right now, but it's still a totally surreal experience. But I want to do a video about that day because it was just very crazy. I've been a fan of Ozzy Osbourne since I was like middle school or something, so that was pretty neat. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna get out of here and get back to getting stuff done because I gotta leave the house again in about 90 minutes, so stuff to do. I'll see you kids soon. Bye.